All right, happy Saturday, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. We got 16 MLB games due to yesterday's Kansas City Cleveland rain out. So we're going to talk about every game. I've got 4 best bets. Going to be a quick version. Got things to do, so running against the clock here. So we're going to jump right in. Philly and New York. Ranger Suarez, Marcus Stroman. So this is one the Yankees just have not been hitting lefties. 187 over the past 2 weeks, 212 over the past 2 weeks. We're seeing the Phillies bats starting to catch fire. Marcus Stroman, not great. 280 to lefties, 226 to righties. Hard hit percentage is high, 6.5 ERA in 4 games. Ranger Suarez has been lights out on the road. It's going to be 86 degrees. We do have a slight wind blowing in today. Over under of 9.5. I don't have the balls to take an under here. I would lean under in Phillies. Just not going to go against Ranger Suarez. And Marcus Stroman is just absolute ass. So can the Yankees actually field a baseball? Their bullpen's been terrible, dead last in the last 30 days. You got a Phillies bullpen that's getting much better. I think the Yerfie is also live in this. You have the 2 best teams in terms of runs scored in the first inning. So Yerfie, Phillies, under. Only way I'd play that. First game of the doubleheader between Cleveland and KC. Exact matchup as yesterday. Gavin Williams, Michael Wacha. Don't love it as much. Doubleheader, I just want to stay away from the doubleheaders. 86 degrees, still a 30% chance of rain today, and we have the wind blowing out. Wind blowing out favors Kansas City, just simply put, because Gavin Williams tends to give up the long balls. So it would be a soft lean towards Kansas City, but not going to touch that doubleheader game. Next one's going to be Toronto and Detroit. Detroit is on an absolute spiral. 1-9 in their last 10. They have lost 5 straight games. Blue Jays, one of the hottest teams in baseball, 7-3, and they've won 3 straight. Can Tariq Skubal save this Tigers team at home? Probably. I would say it's a decent odds. Am I paying this price? God, no. Hell no. Kevin Gausman on the other side, he's 7-7 on the season. He's got a 4 ERA and 10 away starts. His splits have looked good. He's been pitching good. It would be the first 5 under for me, or Blue Jays on the run line. It's the only way I'm playing this. Can't trust the Tigers until I see them actually do something, even with Tariq on the bump. All right, next game is going to be Tampa Bay and Cincinnati. Reds got the job done behind Nick Martinez yesterday. It's going to be Ryan Pepio going up against Andrew Abbott. Abbott 8-1 on the season with a 2.13 ERA that drops to sub-2 in 9 home starts. That said, lefty-righty splits have been a little dodgy over the last 30 days, but I think Pepio and Andrew Abbott should pitch really well against the respective teams. I like Pepio's pitch mix against this Reds team. He should be able to keep him off balance with his changeup and his slider. And his fastball is pretty good. It's got a lot of life to it. So give me the first 5 under 5 is the bet I'm going to take in this one. But I do like the Reds on the money line. I like backing Andrew Abbott in this game. Wouldn't even mind taking the full game under. Like I said, 2 teams that are heavily skewed towards the under. Rays, 58% of games have gone under. Reds, 59% of games have gone under. And they've struggled to score at GABP. So Reds and the under, but we're going to take the first 5 under as our official play. Next game is going to be the D-backs and the Pirates at 6:40. It's going to be Merrill Kelly against Andrew Heaney. We saw a 1-0 game yesterday. Pretty wild. Going right back to the D-backs today as an official play. Give me Arizona minus 135 on the money line. We just have a huge pitching advantage here between Merrill Kelly and Andrew Heaney. Heaney is 4-9 on the season. He has a 5 ERA that drops to 3.6 at home, but his splits are just terrible. Giving up a 300 average to lefties, 351 to righties. Hard hit percentage is high. Struggling with runners in scoring position. I just don't like the way his pitch splits model out here. So give me the D-backs on the money line. It is going to be a 46% chance of rain. So that does come into play. It is going to be 84 degrees and there's going to be a 6-mile-an-hour wind that's going to be ever so slightly blowing out. Next game is going to be the Rockies and the Orioles. Rockies getting the job done yesterday. They've won 3 straight games, but they're throwing Senzatella out on the hill, who is 4-13, giving up a 341 opponent average and a 6.43 away ERA, going up against Trevor Rogers, who has been lights out. He is 3-1 on the season, but he's given up an average of .091 to lefties, 155 to righties over the last 30 days. Hard hit percentage is a little bit scary, but .61 ERA and a 188 runners in scoring position. Let's lean into this one. Give me the Orioles on the run line here. I like the bounce back factor. I think they should be able to get a lot of runs today. It's going to be 87 degrees, 23% chance of rain, 6-mile-an-hour wind. It's going to actually be blowing kind of slightly in and slightly out. So it's going to change throughout the course of the game. Braves and the Rangers. Grant Holmes going up against Kumar Rocker. Rocker has looked better, especially the last 30 days. He has looked really good. 163 to lefties, 222 to righties. Hard hit percentage is still really high, so it scares me, and he's not fantastic with runners in scoring position. That said, he's been great at home. He's got a 184 ERA in 5 games. Grant Holmes definitely been going towards the path of regression. That said, I don't mind this spot for him, but do I have balls to put money on the Braves? No. But I do have a slight lean towards the Braves in this game, but not one I will be betting for sure. Next game is going to be Miami and Milwaukee. It is going to be Jansen Junk going up against Jose Quintana. The Fish got the job done yesterday. I'm sure a ton of parlays were busted yesterday. Like I said in yesterday's video, had a weird feeling about that game. Definitely did not want to touch that. Felt like Miami was live, and they definitely were. Today, kind of the opposite. I like taking Milwaukee here. We're getting, I wouldn't say a reasonable price. It's still high at 162, but we're taking a team that is very good at home. The only issue is, can we trust Quintana? But these Marlins bats have not been touching lefties at all, hitting 160 over the last 2 weeks, 182 over the last week. So this is a bottom 5 team against lefties. So I do like Milwaukee to score some runs and win this game today. We got an over-under of 8.5. I would lean towards the under in that contest. Next game is going to be the Cubs and the White Sox. It's going to be Cade Horton going up against Aaron Savali. We saw a lot of runs yesterday. If you had the White Sox absolutely destroying the Cubs, let me know. But offensively, this team has been hot. We talked about it yesterday. They have been one of the best left-handed hitting teams in baseball over the last several weeks. Now, when you move it to a righty, those numbers definitely go down. But still, 2 teams that are hitting pretty decent. I'm just going to take the over here. It's going to be 80 degrees. There is a 60% chance of rain, and we have the wind blowing out. Give me the over 9 as a best bet. 9.5 will definitely be up there at some point. I don't mind it, but I definitely like the 9, so we bring in that push potential. But not paying this price for the Cubs, but I do like runs to be scored. Next game is going to be the A's and the Astros. It's going to be Jacob Lopez going up against Hunter Brown. This is one I'm just not paying this price to take the Astros, especially after the ass kicking they got last night. Shout out to Nick Kurtz with 4 home runs. I believe he had 8 RBIs, so it was an absolute beatdown of a game. Hunter Brown is good, don't get me wrong, but we have seen when he's off, he is off, and I think this A's team's starting to heat up a little bit. Offensively, 2 teams that are hitting quite nicely, so the over 7.5 would definitely be how I would play this. I think there is value taking the Athletics on the run line as well. Washington and Minnesota. It's going to be Mitchell Parker going up against Joe Ryan. Not one I can really get behind Washington. We had Washington first 5 last night. Unfortunately, it was a 0-0 game heading into the bottom of the 5th. And as how first 5s always work, they gave up 1 run to lose that one for us. So today, Mitchell Parker, just not a guy I can trust. This guy is giving up, his splits are awful. Hard hit percentage is through the roof. He sucks with runners in scoring position. He's bad on the road. He's got almost a 6.5 ERA. That said, would it surprise me to see the Nationals get to Joe Ryan a little bit? No, it wouldn't, but it would be Twins for me, but this price is just outlandish, and I don't trust them enough offensively to take them on the run line. So maybe a dance partner to something else like the Orioles or one of the other games here. But yeah, going to be a pass for me. Second game of the doubleheader between Cleveland and KC. That is going to be Tanner Bybee going up against Chris Bubik. No play for me just because we need to see how many arms get used in the first game of the bullpen. But as always with a doubleheader, you can do the zigzag effect where you just take the winner of the first game to lose the second. More often than not, doubleheaders are going to split. Wind is going to be the same, still going to be blowing out. There's still the chance for rain. So I don't know if we'll get both of these in. We'll have to see. But the pitch mix looks pretty bad for Tanner Bybee. So I would definitely lean Royals more so in that contest. Next one is going to be San Diego and St. Louis. San Diego had 11 hits last night. Scored 0 runs, so that was interesting. Cardinals had 5 hits and scored 3 runs, so pretty crazy result there. I would go back to the Padres again today. You got Randy Vasquez, which is someone I don't love, and you got Matthew Liberatore, who's someone I don't love. Lefties, Padres have been hitting lefties pretty well, 275 over the last 2 weeks, 273 over the past week. I just can't put any currency where Randy Vasquez is pitching. I don't trust him. But you have 2 guys with 4 ERAs. Pitch splits look terrible. We got an over-under of 9. After yesterday's game, I would lean towards the over. It's going to be 90 degrees. There is a 15% chance of rain, but we do have the wind blowing out. So it would be over for me. It would be the only way I'd play that. But in terms of a money line lean, it would be Padres. Dodgers and the Red Sox. So good pitching matchup here. We got Clayton Kershaw going up against Garrett Crochet. Crochet's 11-4 on the season. Clayton Kershaw is 4-1. Crochet at home, 2.35 ERA, but Kershaw on the road's been good, 188, and splits look pretty good here. It's going to be 78 degrees. We do have the wind slightly blowing out, and we've got an over-under of 8.5. Tricky game to handicap, but if you give me the Dodgers at this price, it's Dodgers or nothing. I don't even care if it's Garrett Crochet. We've seen him get tattooed a couple of times at home this season. I think Kershaw's able to keep this team off balance to some degree. And let's be honest, Boston versus lefties have been atrocious. This is the worst team in the majors hitting lefties over the last 2 weeks. They're hitting 139 with a 23 WRC plus. That average jumps up ever so slightly to 143 with a 30 WRC plus over the past week. They have been struggling with runners in scoring position, hitting 111. So this would be Dodgers or nothing for me in this contest. Mets and the Giants. So good job, Mets, absolutely hammering the Giants yesterday. Robbie Ray versus David Peterson today. Peterson on the road has definitely had some regression. He's got a 2.90 ERA overall in the season, but that jumps up to 4.02 on the road. Robbie Ray's got about a 2.5 ERA at home. I like the mix here. I can see Giants winning this one. It's just 2 teams that really aren't hitting lefties at all. So I would lean towards the under 7.5, but not a bet I will place, just to be honest. The wind is going to be blowing out, although this field doesn't matter. It's going to be 61 degrees. It would be a first 5 under. I do like the Nerfy in this one as well. And then last game on the card is going to be Seattle and the Angels. It's going to be George Kirby going up against Tyler Anderson. Mariners took it into extras last night. Pretty boring game. We saw a run scored in the first. After I think no runs were scored after the 5th or 6th inning. So it was tied 2-2. Mariners did not score in extras, and the Angels won it. So GG there. Kirby versus Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson, 2-6 on the year. He's got a 4.5 ERA. Does drop to 3.12 when he is at home. Kirby, not been great on the road. He's got a 5.40 ERA on the road, 4.65 on the season. Not one I can really get behind him. It would be Angels or nothing for me at this price. Angels just been hitting right-handed pitchers really well, and Seattle hasn't been hitting lefties all that great. So, like I said, it would be Angels or nothing for me. We do have the wind blowing out. It's going to be 74 degrees. Over 8.5 looks pretty appealing to me. But this is one that could be a slow start, and we saw kind of low runs yesterday. So, like I said, Angels are nothing for me. All right, best bets here. We are going to take the D-backs on the money line. We just have a massive pitching advantage here between Kelly and Haney. We're going to take the Orioles on the run line. Love the bounce back factor after yesterday, and we get that nice little safety net that is Senzatella. We also had McMahon get traded to the Yankees, so we'll see what kind of trickle-down effect that has. We're going to take the Cubs and the White Sox over 9. We saw a ton of runs yesterday. Wind's going to be blowing out. Two very susceptible pitchers, so I do like runs in that contest. And then we're going to take the Reds and the Rays. First 5 under 5. Now we're not taking 4.5. We are taking under 5. So there is push potential at the 5. And that is available on BetMGM. Like I said, Abbott and Pepio, I think both of them should do a pretty good job today. So those are the plays, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Apologies for the quick video, but got some things going on. And I will catch you guys in the next video.